Elliot, just talk us through how preparations have been going this week.
Yeah, we've had a really good week, similar to last week where the gaffer gets a chance to implement what he wants from us and what he wants to improve on and the subtle changes he wants to make. He said quite a few times that he didn't want to change too much at once, but gradually we're seeing the changes in training and yeah, it's been a really good week, so full of confidence going into the game, even though we've not been in the best runs of form, but we've been training really well as a group and like I said, the gaffer's been getting his ideas across.
With that new management team in place, how useful is it to have these 3 midweeks where you can get that time on the grass?
Yeah, it's ideal. Obviously when he came in it was like a Thursday, so it was very little chance for him to get across what he wanted to do, but we've had two weeks back to back now of good work on the training pitches and we've been able to get on the grass and stuff like that, so it's been really good, yeah. So I think fans and everybody else could see on Saturday what the gaffer wanted and it's slowly coming through, so this week will do no harm in another good week of training.
Is that quite unusual for a manager to come in at this stage in the season and look at the style of play so much rather than those little tweaks to try and get a quick response? It's kind of looking medium and long term as well.
Of course, yeah. He said when he came in that he wants to build some momentum and see where it takes us, but he understood it wasn't going to be a quick change overnight, and he's got bags of experience, so that lends itself well to that. So yeah, it's subtle changes, but gradually we'll get there and hopefully pick up some momentum towards the end of the season, like the gaffer says.
Since he's come in, you've faced 2 sides that are playing very well, and it doesn't get any easier. We're facing top of the league this week.
Of course, yeah, but they're the challenges we want. We want to put into work what the gaffer's been telling us to do, and there's no better way to test that than against the best in the league. So I know the manager there, I know how they'll set up and want to play, and they're a good side. Obviously, they're at the top of the league for a reason, so it'll be a really good game to go down there.
Personally, you have got quite a good record against Forest Green though, and of course in this particular fixture last year, bagged a goal.
I think I scored in both games actually. I think I scored a free kick away, which was an actual cross, and then at home, yeah. So hopefully I can do the same on Saturday, sorry, not tomorrow, and go into the game and we'll get the 3 points.
And elsewhere in the field, you've got a couple of injured lads coming back. We've seen them in training this week. How much of a boost is that for the group?
Of course, yeah. We've got some quality players that are injured, so when you see the likes of Chaz and Jamie and Dion coming back and others, it only adds confidence to the group and the strength in depth. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a couple more with us for Saturday and we'll have some real competition for places going into the back end of the season.
How much of a blessing for you is it that you can pick your head up and you'll see players that are running down the flank?
Of course, yeah, it makes my job easier. All I do is just, it's quite simple, even though I make it look hard at times by just giving it to the better players and letting them do their job. So, like I said, when you see the likes of Jamie, Dion and Chaz coming back and others, it only adds confidence to me and the group. So hopefully we'll have the others back very soon.
Of course, a lot of time this week has been spent on developing that different style of play with us as a team, but with opposition of this calibre, they can't be ignored. How much have you been focusing on the way that they approach matches?
Well, when we're speaking today, it's Thursday, so we've only really focused on ourselves and how we want to play. We've touched on them in little bits on how we can get the better of them, but then tomorrow we'll go into the real detail of how they look to settle, what they'll be looking to do and how we can counteract that. So yeah, we've mainly been focusing on ourselves this week, and like I said, get the gaffer getting across how he wants us to play, because we're going from one style of play to a complete different style now. So yeah, it's been about us mainly this week, but I'm sure we'll touch on them in depth tomorrow.
Just finally, it's going to be the new manager's first away match while he's been at Bradford City. What can he expect from a travelling support?
Loud as always, and travelling numbers, even though it's a million miles away. They'll travel in the numbers, so yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to it, as are we.